4% move in your face. What's up? Hey, best moves happen in a bear market, right? Bear market might just ended yesterday. So the bottom that rallied off yesterday was tested last night, and we rallied off it again. Officially double bottom. We may never go down ever again. I'll say it out loud because what we just did is not only do we double bottom, but it was almost a triple bottom. So the point here now is the coast is clear. And that's why the market's not selling off today. Because that move last night and yesterday convinced people to go short again. And this now is a short covering monster rally. So most of it's short covering, but now there's real money coming into this market again on the long side. So we could now have established the trading range for the year. I don't think we're going back to highs, no doubt. Still don't think we're going to 408. But now those trading ranges can be set up as that short strangle that I've been talking about. Is anybody afraid now owning or being naked 250 puts on the Qs for September? Now you know. So if you haven't done that trade now still is your chance. So, again, I don't see the point in doing anything other than but day trading. But what's up, dude? He's barking at some imaginary person outside. Anyway, Q's new highs. So, look, I don't care about the market does anymore. I just care about Stitch Fix. 275,000 shares worth of it today, right? I came in with one purpose today: buy Stitch Fix. Give me a reason. And that reason was at $8.20. And then it re-energized me at $8.95. $8.95, $9.20. $9.20 got me $9.50. $9.50 got me 10. 10 amount. My goal was to get to 10. $9 calls were stupendous. Stitch Fix. And again, none of this is overnights. None of this is speculation. This is just reacting. Here comes Stitch Fix, starts to break $9. You buy a $9 call. You know what the $9 calls did from the VWAP break on Stitch Fix? Do I need to reiterate this trade for you? The VWAP break, the first move was all right. You got 60 cents, got you basically $1. 60-cent option went to $1. That ain't bad. But the real move was the second move after it consolidated and broke back over the VWAP. 55 cents got you $1.50. So, again, I bought 4,000 shares. Not everybody can buy 4,000 shares of a stock, but instead of buying 4,000 shares and laying out close to $37,000, $40,000 to do the trade, why not buy yourself 40 calls for the low price of 2,400 and make the same amount of money? So a lot better. Again, trading options around these earnings reversals has been phenomenal. We had, and then we had some fun with some crazy names today. I mean, again, I don't really trade these nut job names as much as I did last year. It was a different environment then. But man, if they consolidate under VWAP and they break back out, I buy. So again, I traded SBFM. What the fuck is that? I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I don't care. But the stock went from $1.20 to $9 in the pre-market. I wasn't involved in that move, but what I was involved in is when it came back to 4 and it held it. I bought some at 420 with a 20-cent risk, right? 420 got me back to 560. 420 got me 560 this morning. And then I was just like, wow, that was insane. And that was when I woke up. I just woke up. I put this trade on. And then I was like, all right, cool. Went nuts, sold off. Wasn't thinking I was going to trade this crazy one again, but then it ass cracked at 1041. If you guys want to follow along, SBFM. You'll see the ash crack. You'll see where I bought it again at 1041. You see that huge volume spike? That's me. That's me. 371. Gets back to the VWAP at 422. 377 to 422. It'll take you 7,500 years to make that in a bank. Here it is in 5 minutes. And then it breaks VWAP at 420 again, and it spikes to 5. 5. And it hits 5, and it starts to tank. Obviously, I didn't sell any at 5. I was hoping it would break. And, it plummets. I sold it at 450. I mean, that was a pretty shitty trade in a way because, 50 cents on 2,000 shares, it's $1,000. So I lost. But when it's at 5, you're not thinking it's going to stop on a dime and plummet, but it did. And you sell on the way back down. And then we had some other stock, DRCT, same kind of shit. I don't plan on trading these things, but if they consolidate and then break VWAP, look at this bitch. That's me at 1153. Woo! Sold into the move. Next thing you know, it goes right back to where I bought it. Starts to rally again. I bought it again. $2.35 with a 10-cent risk. $2.35 with a 10-cent risk. The fucker went to $3.50. I mean, this market's insane. Forget about the Qs for a second. Whoa. But, I mean, Jimmy, if you're still out there, we crushed it on Yext today. Jimmy? Remember Jimmy? You guys remember Jimmy? The guy that bought Yext with me in 2018? And I told him to sell it, and he said, no, you told me it was going higher. Remember that conversation? It was fantastic. Jimmy, if you're still out there, you still got the Yext? We bought it today at 420. We sold it at 5. See? 80 cents on a $5 stock. Much better than watching it go down for 4.5 years. You're probably still in it, Jimmy, aren't you? Aren't you, Jimmy? You guys know the Jimmy story? The Jimmy story is a tragic story, but one that needs to be addressed because you don't want to be Jimmy. Jimmy was a guy that used to be in our chat room. And Jimmy and I were buying Yext. Remember Yext IPO? 1750, got you 20, 2250. So we're buying it, right? We're buying Yext, Y-E-X-T, 1750. Great. Here it goes breaking 20. Woo, we're buying more. Me and Jimmy are having a shit ton of fun. I tell Jimmy, if this thing breaks 2750, it could go to 30. And if it goes to 30, Jimmy, we might be looking at a $50 stock here. Let's buy more if it breaks 25. Me and Jimmy are loading up. Now we're buying $30 calls, $35 calls on Yext. And then suddenly it hits 27 and change and double tops. Well, that ain't good. I was hoping it would break that price and keep going. I get Jimmy on the phone. Jimmy, I know you're in this Jex trade with me. I'm dumping the whole thing here. I don't like the action. I'm going to get out now. Yeah, it's a shame we bought more at 25, but if it breaks 25, I'm dumping the whole thing. You know what Jimmy says to me? Jimmy says, but you said it was going to 50. Why are we selling it? And I said, Jimmy, the story's changed. It just double topped, and there is a massive amount of selling now. I'm not liking this thing anymore. I'm selling it. You know what Jimmy says to me? But you said it was going to 50. And I said to Jimmy, I know. I'm the one who said it. You don't have to remind me that I said it was going to go to 50. But now the story's changed, Jimmy. And here's Jimmy fighting me on whether or not to sell the stock. And I said, Jimmy, I don't care what you do at this point. I'm selling the stock. And he says, but you said it was going to 50. I'm like, Jimmy, if you say that to me again, I'm going to fucking come find you and kill you. I was like, I understand what I said, Jimmy, but now the story's changed. So Jimmy is a typical victim to the market. And here I am. You see, here's where I was bewildered by what Jimmy was doing to me. Jimmy has been in the chat room for 3 months. Jimmy's kicking ass. Me and Jimmy having a shit ton of fun. We're making money, VWAP trades, earning reversals, having a great time. 3 months. Then the Yext comes along. You know, again, I'm not a big fan of swing trading and owning stocks, and now that Yext is another reason why I don't do it. But Jimmy, right? Jimmy had no problem listening to me on the way in and out for 3 months. But then suddenly Jimmy decided to say, fuck me. Why, Jimmy? You were listening to me in every trade. And here it is. I got Jimmy into this trade. And now I'm telling Jimmy to get out. And Jimmy tells me to fuck off because I told him it was going to go to 50. And I understand. But Jimmy, the way trading works is that when the situation changes and the stock is telling you that it's going to go down and it might go down lower, you sell it. And you know what Jimmy said to me? He said, but you said it was going to 50. I say a lot of things, Jimmy, but it's about what we do. If it would have broke 27.50, we would have probably kept saying this thing could go to 50. But then it didn't go to 50. You see what happened there, Blanche? You guys know why I call most traders Blanche? You guys know the movie what's that movie? Baby Jane? Something Baby Jane with Betty Davis. The woman's in the wheelchair. She's torturing her. She finally says, "You wouldn't be able to do these things to me if I wasn't in this chair." And how does Betty Davis react to that comment? But you are, Blanche. You are in that chair. That's trading. You could say one thing and the stock's doing something else. You go and do that. Why are you selling it? Because it's going down. Because it is, Blanche. You see, what we do to survive the world of trading is we do what the market tells us what to do. Not Jimmy, not the Warlock or Kenny. You could say something and while it's working, great. The commentary is fantastic. But then the stock changes direction. The charts are telling us to sell, and you want to sit here and ignore all that? I won't be ignored. You can't ignore the truth. And the truth is we're rolling over. Time to sell. So just like yesterday, going to zero. Right. But you said the market's going to zero. And you know what happened today? I came in thinking this gap was going to be faded. I'm still waiting. Still waiting. Still waiting. I shorted the Qs once because I thought, here we go. And I shorted the Qs at 329.79. They went to 329.07, and then they started going back up. You know what I did, Jimmy? I said, oh, shit, these aren't going down, and I covered for a quick 1 cent profit. I was up 80 cents on the trade on 300 shares. I was up $250 on that trade. You think I felt good about getting out flat instead of making the 250, Jimmy? No, but I did it because the situation changed, Jimmy. And when the situation's changing, you got to bend to the will of the market or else you will be broken. So you say, oh, shit, this market ain't selling off. It's going back over the VWAP. I have to get out of this trade, Jimmy. And that's how you decide, because the market makes the decision for you. It's not the other way around. We're not here to fight the market. We're not here to debate. We're here to react to what is happening. And what is happening? Stitch Fix is being squeezed. Buy the shit out of it. And that stock was awesome. I mean, we absolutely, where is it now, by the way? 1035. Still in it, man. I can't believe this. I usually don't stay in a trade all day. But there has not been a reason to sell the rest of the Stitch Fix. And now coming down to the last 15 minutes, I can't believe I'm actually saying this. I think I might own the stock overnight. That's how, what's the word? I'm enamored. But I'm taking the Stitch Fix overnight, and it's my choice. I'm taking a profitable day trade and turning it into the swing trade. The other way is what usually happens, right, Jimmy? Some shitty day trade that you're in, you didn't want to take the loss on, and now you're a swing trader because you didn't want to take the loss. This is how you do a swing trade. Hey, I'm up pretty nice on this trade. Maybe I hang on to it for another day. That's the end of this discussion, Jimmy. That's how you become a swing trader. You don't get into a trade thinking you're going to own it. It tells you to own it. If the stock would have broke 983, there would have been no debate. I would have sold it. But it didn't break 983. And now it's 345. and I've made my decision. If over 10, I hold. Stock starts going down tomorrow. You know what I'm going to do, Jimmy? I'm going to sell it because I could give one fuck, zero fucks. I give zero fucks about any stock. I'm here to make money. I don't give a shit about Stitch Fix. It was a $120 stock that was at $8 this morning. I'm interested at 8. And I got paid. I don't care about this company. I don't care about the stock market. I don't give a shit about any of this. It's a video game. Woo! Get your joystick out, get your sword out. I sit here with a sword in my hand as I trade. I'm in a fight right now, Jimmy. I'm stabbing and maiming and raping and pillaging these people. And at the end of the day, I walk out of the room and I come back tomorrow. I put my sword on my lap and I crush and maim and rape and pillage again. That's what I do. And at the end of the day, tomorrow or tonight, if a nuclear war breaks out, guess what? And the market's getting slammed tomorrow. I walk in with a big ass smile on my face, Jimmy, and hopefully Stitch Fix is not at 0. But most of the time, when the market's getting hammered, I'm ready to buy. That's why a day like this is kind of annoying in a way, because I was expecting some selling, but it doesn't matter because all we did was trade earnings reversals. Yext, Stitch Fix, Bumble. And then you sprinkle in a couple of these ridiculously low-priced maniac stocks, and you put together a decent day. Today was a month's worth of money, Jimmy. But you want to sit there wallowing about it, stewing about some bad trade from 4 years ago? You probably heard the Jimmy story before. It's worth reiterating. It's worth talking about what Jimmy did, because don't be Jimmy. Don't be Jimmy. There's no reason to own stocks. There's no reason for swing trades. There's no reason for call spreads. Trade what you see, live for the day, trade for the day, live forever with no fear. No fear. This isn't CNBC. I ain't Josh Brown telling you to buy a stock and then 6 months later when it's down 80%, oh, well, maybe you should have sold it on the way down. You fucking hack. The best part about CNBC's commentary yesterday was, and again, I appreciate the commentary. They're talking about how now's not the time to sell. Now's not the time to sell, considering the market, blah, blah, blah. But when was the time to sell, CNBC? Did you keep that to yourself? Or are you just a bunch of cheerleading hacks crushing the retail trader again? You're so great to comment after the crash. Now's not a time to sell. Well, why don't you give us a heads up when it was time to sell, Josh Brown? Not telling us to buy Roblox at 105 for our entry into the metaverse. How you doing? You may never see that stock back over 100. Please. You want to make money? Treat this market like a video game, like it is. A worthless Ponzi scheme. Join my world. It's safe and sound here. No, Jimmy was a real guy. Jimmy was one of our members, and he was doing fine until he became an investor. And the same thing happened also with the MUDS trade. You guys remember MUDS? Loaded up on MUDS. MUDS, SPAC. I love baseball cards. I love baseball cards so much I have gold-plated baseball cards. Look at me. Gold-plated baseball cards. They're pretty sick, right? Anyway, I love baseball cards. That was my first passion. That's why I'm in the market. Baseball cards and this market, in the market is the same exact thing. You speculate on players, you sell into the strength of the player. You buy your Canseco rookie cards, he has a good year, you sell into the move. It's the same thing. So I always loved baseball cards. So when Topps was going to go public again via the SPAC, I loaded the fuck up on that thing. I want in. I love Topps. They were getting into NFTs. They were getting into, what was the other thing? They were getting into Migos. I'm digging Topps. I like Topps. I had friends that used to work there, whatever. But then we're in the stock at 11. It's at 18 bucks. I got all my friends into it. I called all my friends from the baseball card industry. Hey, it's Kenny. I haven't spoken to you in a while. I got a stock for you. It's called Muds. It's Tops going public. They were like, ooh, Tops. Yeah, Tops. NFTs, blah, blah, blah. They might get into Bitcoin. It's a whole big thing. Let's get involved. $11. 15 bucks a stock goes to. 17. Oh my God, 18 bucks. Then one of these assholes that I hate, his name is Andrew Left from some research company. He's awful. He's a short trader. But his entire premise was he would short stocks and then start screaming that they were a scam. They'd go down, he'd cover, and you'd lose money. And once people got hip to it, then he stopped doing that. Citron Research, thank you. And now suddenly Citron Research has become a bull. Now they want to buy stocks. So they put a buy recommendation on Muds. Let me call my... Mike. Yeah, Citron Research just issued a buy on Muds. Sell it. Sell it all. No. Sell it all. And you know what my friend said to me? Two of them. Do you believe this? I mean, I get these guys into the stock at 11. We're still flirting with 17 bucks when I called them. We're up pretty good. $11 stock sitting here at 17. We're up 6 points. You know what both of my friends said to me? But you said the stock was probably going to go to 30 once it becomes Tops. I know I said that, but now the situation's changed. A notoriously awful trader just put a buy recommendation on it, and 90% of the time when he says buy, the stock goes down. And when he says sell, the stock goes up. So I'm going to take that trend and I'm going to dump my stock because that guy sucks and he just ruined our trade. And you know what my friend said to me? But you said it was going to go to 30 bucks. I know what I said. I said it. But the guy that told you to buy it is now telling you to sell it. Listen to me. I'm the one who told you to buy it. And know what they said? But you said it was going... Fine. It's going to 30 bucks. You're going to lose all your money. I'll see you next year when the stock's at 0. I don't even know where it is now. It's probably back to $9, right? MUDS. Yeah, 10 bucks. Right back to where it came from. And they're still in it. The deal's done. So then there was rumors that they were going to pull the deal completely. So I felt obligated to call my friends who I got into the stock. Hey, yeah, now the deal is actually not going to happen. Is that enough information to make you want to sell? Because the stock's still at 14. You're still up 25% on the trade, you fucking idiot. Dump it. You got the worst guy on the street telling you to buy it. That's enough reason to sell it. Now there's rumors that the deal's not going to go through. Tops is not going to go public. They're not doing the NFT deal. None of that. What we bought, the reason we bought the stock doesn't exist anymore. Sell it. The guy actually says, but you said it was going to 30. Great. So that's why this market makes victims out of everybody. Who cares what somebody said? And if you cared about what somebody said on the way in, why don't you care when they're telling you to get out? What are you, stubborn? If the person that told me to get into something now is calling me frantically to get out of something, I'm running to the computer. I'm running to sell. And they're debating with me. Same thing that happened on Yext. So that's why I'm just liquid. I don't care what the market does. You give me a Stitch Fix trade, I'm all about that. You buy 5,000 shares of a stock at $8.20. You spend all day selling into the move. You make yourself $3 or $4 grand. Who cares? Stitch Fix, baby. Woo! And now I'm going to hold some. Hopefully it goes to $12.50 maybe. And if it goes back to $9.67, we dump it. All of it. And we say, good riddance. We don't care. We don't care about these trades. You saw what happened to BTU. You spent one extra day in that stock and it gave it all back. All of it. All of it. Who needs to invest in the market? 1950 got you 27. Done. We should have just moved on. But We bought some $30 calls and we're giving a big chunk of our money back. Why? Because we got a little greedy. But that $1,000, and sorry, it's actually $1,700 that I'm going to give back on this BTU trade. That $1,700 came out of the profitable trade in the first place. So I'm just giving back house money. Do I want to give back $1,682.27? No, but it's happening. And there's nothing I can do about it. I'm down 1682.27 right now on this BTU trade. Fuck me. Yeah. Greed is a bad thing too. But I shorted the stock against these stupid calls that I'm getting crushed on. Made some money on the short side. But listen, y'all. Soon you're going to see my funny commercials. They're going to be on YouTube soon. I'm planning on attacking YouTube hard. And we're really going to put forth an effort to crush everybody that does these videos. And you know I'm buried. You know I don't pay YouTube for viewers. You know I don't ever pay Google to promote any of this shit. I've never put a dime into any of this stuff. This is all grassroots. People found my videos. And, you know, again, the reason I'm not popular is that I don't make fancy little thumbnails. I don't pay for subscribers. I don't do any of that shit. And the YouTube algorithm has buried me in the dungeon of YouTube. I've been doing these videos since 2007. When people type in trading on YouTube, it should be only me. I'm like the grandfather of the industry right now. Do you realize I started making videos on YouTube on 2007? And if you go back and watch them, I've been pretty right about everything I've said. Even when I was a super bull, right? Market never goes down. Remember those videos? Fucking sick. It's sick how much money was made today. It's sick. It is sick money. Like ridiculous. I mean, you make $4,000 in a day. Have you made $4,000 in a day? It's a fucking great feeling. You know what sucks about making $4,000 in a day? Because I should have made $50,000 today. Should have been $100,000 day with the skill set I possess and because I did stock only on the Stitch Fix. If I would have sprinkled in some of those options, woo, it's like an extra 10 G's, maybe 20. Mario, this guy's been with me since 07. What's up, buddy? And by the way, 12 years later, I'll still be wearing this sweatshirt. I took a shower today, at least. I shower like once a week. I never leave the house. What am I doing? I'm married 21 years tomorrow. Look at me. Who do I try to impress? Who am I trying to impress? I don't have to shower anymore. Shower, clothes. Who gets dressed? I'm still wearing my pajamas. That's right. I never get dressed. I never leave the house. I'm just stacking mad cash. That's what I'm doing. Speaking of stacking. What did I get? Anything new today? So speaking of nothing specific, but anybody coming to Vegas? Anybody coming? Smoking weed, shooting Uzis, and gambling. It's my plan. So if you're into shooting guns, smoking weed, and gambling, I'll be in Vegas next week. I'll be at the Venetian. Come find me. I will be at the sports book at the Venetian. You will find me. My friend will be buying drinks for everybody because that's what he does. You want to see a guy gamble like a maniac? He puts $2,000 on every game. $2,000 minimum on every game. It's something to watch. He will have $25,000 on a game by Saturday. He'll be betting $20,000 a game. It is insane. I bet 50, 100. I mean, I could bet more, but this is my gambling. He loves this stuff. And it's a fun time hanging out, my boy. He's also, I don't want to talk to you. He's also one of the biggest hedge fund right hand man. He is he's somebody. I'll put it that way. And he loves drinking and he loves buying people drinks. So you want to get drunk, shoot some guns, smoke some weed, and watch basketball for 3 days? I'll be at the Venetian. All right. Come find me. I'll be there. Seriously. I'd probably be able to, we'll probably be able to escape our wives either Friday night or Saturday, one of those days. So I'll see you next week. Be safe. I will catch you on the flip side. I guess I'm going home with the Stitch Fix. All right. Hopefully it goes up another couple of points tomorrow. Peace, my friends. Remember, stay liquid. This market's phenomenal to trade. You don't need to own stocks to make money in the market. All right? Have a good one.